Morning, third graders. Here we go again. Our next math lesson for this week. This is factors of counting numbers. So fluently multiplying and dividing within 100 is your standard for third grade. So you need to know all the multiplication and division facts within 100 and the different ways to find those facts. Okay, you're first going to watch a video, multiples of 7, another dance video. I hope you're enjoying those. I think that they seem like they're a lot of fun for you. Then we're going to warm up with some mental math. So there's a word problem I want you to read and solve. And then down here, there's what is a fraction of the shaded area. So what is the total? So you're going to count all of these boxes to come up with your denominator, and then count the shaded portions to come up with your numerator. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and read this problem to you just in case some of you guys want it read. So Joanne packs 16 bottles of juice into cartons. How could she pack the bottles so that each carton has an equal number of bottles with none left over? Write a number model to show your thinking. Okay, so kind of think about that in your mind. Imagine that. You might even want to draw a picture of that on your whiteboard or a piece of paper, and then click in this box to go ahead and show me your thinking. Next is factors of products. So for each problem, fill in the blank with different factor pairs that make the number sentence true. So for problem number 1, my product is 8. Now I have to have 2 factors that would create that product. So I could say 4 times 2 equals 8. And then I would come over here and I need to come up with another one that would get me to 8. So what would another factor pair be that would get me to 8? So that's your job to come up with another one. I'm not going to do that one for you. And then you're going to go down through all of these and complete all of them. Here is a word problem for you at the bottom that I want you to read and complete. And then answer those, and then try this as kind of a challenge down here box. Remember, like this 721, it could be a little intimidating to think about that, but you want to try to narrow that down to 72. So what are factors of 72? We know that 72 is pretty close to 80, so there's your hint. And then if there's a 0 behind it, you need to add a 0 somewhere else too. So I'm excited to see how you guys do on that one. Math boxes you're very familiar with. Today we're going to use the scribble line to compare these. Fill in the missing numbers on the number line. Oh, so you're just filling in these numbers here on this number line. I don't know why I had that in there. I'm going to delete it right now because it doesn't make sense. Bear with me. And that. Okay. Write 2 different fractions that name the shaded areas of both rectangles. So what's a fraction for this one and a fraction for that one, and give me 2 for each. So 2 different fractions. So what name could you call this and what name could you call this? Okay. Partition the rectangle below into 6th. You're going to use your scribble tool. So remember, come up here, grab your scribble tool. Let me make sure it works. And it looks like it does. So we're good to go there. You're going to partition this into 6ths and then shade it in a different way to match the fraction you wrote in problem 4. So then you're going to shade it into a different way to match this fraction that you wrote up here. Okay, good. Let's continue on factor pairs again. You're going to read through this page. The third grade class is putting on a play. They have 18 chairs for the audience. Jayla and Kevin are in charge of arranging the chairs in equal rows So no chair is left over. Describe ways Jayla and Kevin can arrange the chairs. So again, use your whiteboard and your papers to draw pictures. They have 18 chairs, so 18 is your product, and you need to come up with 2 factor pairs that could make 18. So 2 different ways that you can make 18 with equal rows. Okay. How does knowing ways to make 18 chairs and equal rows help you find factors of 18? You can give me a little sentence for that. And then down here, some more. So 2 ways to make 40 and 2 different ways to make 72. And then try this challenge down here, 2 different ways to make 150. That's a good one. You're going to read the directions on this page. Remember, you would probably want to go up to view and zoom in so that you can read them a little better. It says work with a partner. You don't have to do that if you don't have a partner. If you do, you certainly can. And it says cover a number on the number grid with a penny. You don't have a number grid, so you're just going to pick a number, or maybe you can roll a number with your dice. Any number between, well, let's go with 4 to 100. So any number between 4 and 100, and that number is going to become your product. Okay, you can keep reading through this if you need, or I'm going to show you this next page over here. So you're going to put that product number up here, whatever you pick. So maybe you pick 24, and then down here you're going to see how many different ways you can come up with 24, and 24 is one that there is a lot of different ways. Try to see which products have the most factors that could create those products, and see if you can find one that has like maybe 6 different products. Not all of them will, so some of them will only have a couple, so don't worry about filling in all of these. If your product only has 1 or 2 factor pairs, that is fine, but see which products have the most factor pairs. So try to challenge yourself to come up with one that has much more than the others. And let's go ahead and make sure those are put in the right spots too. There we go. All right, and that is it for today, guys. Not too bad. It should be a pretty good review for you guys today, I think. So enjoy, have fun. I can't wait to see how you all did and then go from there.